Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Sincerely.A.Lucy, and today we're going to have a special guest with us, Mr. Kevin Kaye. He's a man of many talents, um, and we're going to meet him. We're going to chat with him. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to engage and just have a light conversation. Just to showcase Mr. Kevin Kaye on today, we will have his link drop down below. If you would go and check out his channel, see what he's all about, show him some love. We're going to bring Mr. K on in just a moment. We're going to wait about 5 minutes to get everyone a chance to jump on and say hi. Hi, Mr. Wise. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it so much. How are you doing this evening? It's good to see you. Hello, Ramsey. Clan for Life. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? I'm so excited to have you all here. I'm cleaning off my glasses so that I can see the comments because it's so blurry right now. But I'm so excited. We're going to showcase Mr. Kevin Kaye, our fellow content creator, on today. Yes, I can see. I can see. I can see. I can see. I got my glasses on me. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, Dee. Hey, best friend. How are you? I'm so glad to have you here with me. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate it so much. Hello, Mimi. How are you? Thank you for coming, my love. Dee says, good afternoon, everyone. Mimi says, hey, Lady Lucy. I'm here and I'm listening. Thank you, Mimi, and I appreciate it so much. I hope you're having a great day at work. Mr. Wise, you're just cooking? What are you cooking? Official D said, make sure y'all show the host some love. Yes, thumbs it up. Share the stream, please. Kevin Kaye today is going to be our guest host. We're going to have him on. We're going to get to know him. We're going to talk about who he is. We're going to talk about his channel. What does he do? We're going to have a lot of different things, not too many questions, but we're just going to get to know him so that we can get people over to his channel to check out his content and support him. And there may be some things that he can do that he can help you with, and you can network and link up. So we're going to bring him on, Mr. Kevin Kaye, in just a second. And Dee, if you don't mind, can you drop Mr. Kevin Kaye's link, please? Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Wise, I have on my glasses. Please, guys, share out the stream. If you don't mind, I'm appreciative of each and every one of you. Welcome. Mr. Wise said chicken and rice. You can't go wrong with chicken and rice. Welcome, Miss Sylvia. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Just checking in for a minute. You know me. Thank you so much. Kristen West, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. How are you doing on this evening? Thank you for taking time out of your day to tune in. Hello, Christy. How are you doing, sis? Thank you so much for joining. Hello. How you doing? I'm good. Jazz Waves. That name kind of threw me. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. So are you guys excited today? We're going to talk to Mr. Kevin Kaye. He's a content creator. And I'll just, when I bring him on, I'll kind of tell you guys how I met Mr. Kaye and error with the D, how I met him. And he'll let you know what his goals are, what he's planning to do, and a lot more about him. Megan, hey, boo. Network with each one, talk to each one, say hi, and please share this stream out if you have that capability. Hey, cuz, Jess, how are you, boo? Megan, I'm good with you. All right, so at this time, I'm going to go ahead and bring Mr. Kevin Kaye on. Every one of you would please say hi to Mr. Kevin, welcome him on. Make sure you go and check out his channel. I will make sure that his link is dropped down below. So everyone, let's bring on Mr. Kevin Kaye. One moment.
Welcome, Lucy. Thank you.
Welcome, Kevin. How are you doing this evening?
Very good. I'm very excited to be here. I'm happy to see there's already a few celebrities in the house. I see Megan Rose just hopped in. I see official D Spot in the house.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Kevin is so excited to be here with everyone. Thank
Absolutely.
y'all. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. K. You're having a good day?
Yeah, always. As a matter of fact, I just did another live of my own right before we came on. Probably the most boring thing I've put up yet, which was I did a live of making a tutorial video. So I sat there and made a tutorial video for Photoshop to make YouTube business cards for
Okay.
everybody for their channels.
Hmm.
So I just went live to do it, and then I'll chop that up into its own video and I'll put it out and hopefully everybody can get some value out of that. But that's what I was doing right before we came on. So I'm much more excited to be here with you than sit there staring at Photoshop for an hour and a half.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be an amazing tutorial. I'm looking forward to that tutorial because I have a virtual business card, but it's something that's kind of like basic. But I'm gonna definitely check that video out. Everyone, that would be an amazing tool to have. Please check out Kevin's last video, and I'm sure it's not as boring as he makes it seem. He'll add some music to it, and
Yeah,
as we're learning, we can kind of jig.
maybe we'll get you.
You're welcome.
I'll get you to sing, and we'll put a background track on it. That'll be the best way.
If I'm singing, we're gonna win, lose, and draw.
There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna just say let everyone say hi to you, and then we'll get into just a few questions with you, Kevin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Mimi says, Megan Rose, hi, how are you? Megan, girl, I was up all night bored. I did that. That's Jazz. Mr. Wise, dropped your link. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Official saying hi. Mr. Wise said that's Kevin's link. All right, we'll leave that there for a moment. So, as you know, this is my first doing
The
a
guy on
conversation piece.
Monday.
So okay, last night I said I told Kevin, okay, everyone, here's the thing. Let's back up a little, Kevin, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kevin and I was in a live, and that's how I met Kevin in the TMC live. And I don't know, me and Kevin was kind of crossing paths about my banner, and I was like, oh my goodness. He was saying I went to his channel to check him out. So y'all know when I go to someone's channel, I'm always looking at their banner, their content, and I'm trying to see, do they have a personality? Because I'm like a silly person inside, and I'm like, can we like have fun and vibe? And I was like, nah, Kevin may be like too serious, so I don't know. He's like,
Yeah.
so I said, well, I'll say something about his banner. I'll make a conversation piece with him, and I'll see like if he vibe with me. And he did. He
Yeah.
vibed with me and he was right on it. And I was like, yes,
It's
me
so
and Kevin.
funny that you say that because I tend to do the same thing. When I'm checking out somebody new, I like to look at their stuff, have a
Hmm.
little bit of a clue so I can say something meaningful and let them know that I really did take a look. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But a
Yes.
banner is a good way to go about that. Often I'll mention people's thumbnails and things like that.
Hmm.
So I appreciate you even your kind words, and I appreciate the fact you even did that. But it worked out because thank God now we're here.
Now we are here. So Kevin was in my live the other night. And again, I was just on there and I threw out a topic about Food Network. And I was like, I hope everyone can relate to that. And Kevin jumped right in and was like, hey, my family is into Food Network. And we began to talk about, no, I said, you should come on my live. Didn't
Yeah,
have an idea.
and that was nice of you to say, but I actually had a good time in that conversation. And so my girlfriend is here. She's very supportive. Kristen Welton is in the chat, and
Hey, Kristen.
she's right behind me. Everything that I do, of course, when it comes to YouTube and this and that. But I was able to get into the conversation because in our home we have Food Network on a lot of the time. She has a young teenage daughter, and we all live together, and we watch a lot of Food Network. We watch a lot of those shows. So when you were talking
Hmm.
about it, it's easy for me to jump into the conversation because I actually have a little bit of an opinion. Now, I don't know as much as you do because I watch it more passively, but
Hmm.
I was familiar. So it's great that we were able to talk like that. And it was a good time on your live the other night. I was there for, I don't know, at least half an hour or something like that.
Yes, and we did. I really had an amazing time, and I'm so glad that just having you said a support. Kristen is right there by you at all times. She support you. Having that support with doing anything is so amazing. So I definitely want to take the time and tell Kristen myself, thank you so much for supporting Kevin, because that support just means a lot. Even at times, especially with the spouse, they may not understand exactly what you're doing, but just to have them there for that support means a lot, and it also makes it a lot easier. So I could definitely relate to that as well.
It
So
means
that's
a
great.
lot, and it allows me to be really focused because we have a beautiful home. She makes a very nice home, and we've been together for a very long time now. So we've been
Hmm.
dating well over 4 years in a row. We knew each
Okay.
other when we were younger, and that's a whole nother story. But
Hmm.
we're together often, and I'm able to spend a lot of time at home on the weekends now. So we play games together, we talk together, we do Photoshop together. We live in Niagara Falls. We were able to make wine together. And
Oh.
I'm just very thankful that I'm able to
Hmm.
have the support, I mean, that I do from her and her daughter. The rest of my family is pretty supportive as well. So it's very lucky, and
Hmm.
it allows me to focus on what I'm doing,
Hmm.
and put everything I can into it.
Yes, that's amazing. And you said y'all make wine together.
We did. We kind of calmed down on it, but what we were doing, a couple of my friends were making some wine, and it had nothing to do with Niagara Falls, really. But I said, "This is really cool, what you guys are doing." And I've never been. I don't even want to taste homemade wine, right? Because I'm not a wine guy. But I
Okay.
tasted it, and I was like, "Wow, this is really like out of control." Hey, wait a second, maybe I want to
Oh
get
wow.
in on this.
Hmm.
So I talked to Kristen about it, and then we decided we were going to do a little bit. So we did through my friends. They've got like a lot of equipment and this and that or whatever. We picked our flavors. We photoshopped our labels together.
Hmm.
And forgive me, I'm gonna reach onto the wall. I'm gonna show you one.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi everyone.
yeah, we're flying by the seat of our pants here. So here's like one of the bottles of wine that we did,
Oh,
right?
that's
So
nice.
yeah, we made those labels together, and it was very simple and this and that. But it's something we were able to do together. So I was happy for that as well.
So that's just a hobby. You're not like, you don't have it for sale or anything. You just do
No,
it for a hobby and for family.
yeah, we did it
Yeah.
because it's fun. It's something a lot of people in Niagara Falls do. It's like wine country
Yeah.
of Canada.
Mhm.
It was something fun. Everybody loves it. My sister loves the
Mhm.
wine. All Kristen's friends love the wine, and this and that.
Mhm.
The two of us happen to not drink very much,
Okay.
so it doesn't make sense for us to really have cases and cases. It's really
Yes.
more something we might think about doing around Christmas time, so that we can give it away as gifts and things
Mhm.
like. If we were to do it again,
Mhm.
we both really we just don't drink very much, so
Yeah.
it kind of sits for a long period of time, and the shelf life is really only a year or two when you're dealing with homemade wine. Yeah,
Mhm.
we tone that down.
My grandmother used to make wines, and with, at home, and she'll put it under the cabinet. And my uncle loved her wine so much, and she said the longer that it sit, the more potent that it was. And as a child, I was like, I wonder how that worked. Now as an adult, I do prefer to drink wine. That's my beverage of choice when I'm socializing.
Right?
So anytime you'd like to send out a gift to Sincerely A Lucy, segue into that, put me on your Christmas list. Kristen?
If we do some more wine, I'm sure we will in the future. But if we do some more wine, you get the first bottle.
Yes, thank
There you go.
you. You're the number one guy on a Monday.
There you go.
So we're going to say hi to a few more people, Kevin. And you're more than welcome to jump in and say hi as I'm reading the comments as well.
Yeah, I don't do a very good job. I'm still getting my footing when it comes to lives. I don't do a good job of reading the text
Well,
as it
I'll
goes by.
I'll read them. I'll read them. Jazz says she shared it out. Thank you so much, Jazz. The road trip rant says hey to Aunt Maddie. Aunt Maddie, hey to the road trip rant. Official said it's okay to Kristen. A views of you. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining a view. Official. Kristen left like it's delicious and hangover free. Kristen, I love it already. That's amazing. Okay, so at this time, Kevin, what I would like to do is just ask you just about three questions, and then I have an idea. I may go with it, but we'll just see how
Sure.
everything
Yeah,
kind of flows. Okay.
absolutely.
So now you are a content creator. How long have you been a content creator, and what would you like to say about your channel or the things that you do?
So okay, I'll overindulge if you don't mind. So
Have your way.
the way that this started, I've always been a marketing guy. I used to develop websites. I'm an app developer. I'm a social media enthusiast. I do this stuff all the time. So a few years ago, a friend of mine and I, he runs a construction company. I work with him, and we have basically the winters indoors. So we're watching YouTube, and I never watched a lot of YouTube. And this is, I guess, we're getting on. It's 3 or 4 years. Forgive me for not remembering. And we spent the winter watching a lot of YouTube. And then we discovered, hey, wait a second, there's money behind this. And I'm one of these guys who's like, hey, wait a second, maybe we should be on to something here. And I said, we're going to start YouTube. And what we'll do is on April 1st, when it's time for us to get out and back into work season, we're filming the work. And if we don't use it, we don't use it. And if we do, we do. And we did.
Hmm.
So his channel got off the ground. So I didn't know what I wanted to do for myself because I was just managing his stuff.
Hmm.
And over the years, he managed to start another couple of channels. I've had a lot of different things that I've been playing around on my own. If you
Hmm.
were to look at my channel page, you'll see on the right, I have featured channels. Some of
Hmm.
those people are friends and family who've been in videos with me, some of them are my own projects. And on my personal channel, what I've done is I flooded it with a lot of old work that I've done. I used to be a DJ and a radio producer, so I put a
Hmm.
lot of that music up there. So
Uh-huh.
it's just meant to sit there for years and years and years. I won't get paid for most of that because it's copyright, but I will get lots of views and subscribers from it, right? And then otherwise, I want to use my own channel to do what I advise everybody else not to do. You're supposed to pick a niche and stay very focused. Whereas
Hmm.
for me, it's okay because I can start a million different channels and I expect that I will. In the meantime, I want to use my channel as something that can bring value to people, mostly in the way of teaching. So, not just like, here, I'm going to teach you how to do a couple things, but also for small YouTubers that are trying to come up and trying to come up with ideas. Let me show you how easy it is to make a video. Sometimes you
Hmm.
can have them with other people. Sometimes you can have them on your own. You don't have to even be in the video,
Hmm.
and I want to kind of show people. So while I'm out there as a channel manager and trying to be some kind of a YouTube professional and this and that, I want to have something I can reference back and say, listen, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go and look at this video. If you're going to
Hmm.
stay in a hotel, do a hotel review. Look, I've done three
Hmm.
of them. Watch how easy it is.
Hmm.
And this can hopefully help people move, and then they can watch the things I do with social media, so that they can see how they can promote their own videos and get their channels really moving as
Yeah.
well.
Hmm. That's that's a lot of great things to have going for yourself because although you say you do exactly what you tell people not to do, but to have a niche,
Yeah.
um, you are very talented. And I was saying that while I was before I bring somebody on, I kind of like, as you know me, I like to like see what's going on, you know. And last night, no, when I was running your playlist,
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
and I said, this Kevin's playlist.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, you get to learn so much about people besides just if you just see them on a picture or if you see them in the chat, you
Right.
know, you can have a conversation with them. But if you go to their channel and then you kind of like going through playlists or seeing a video, when I played that playlist, I most of the time, to be honest, I play the playlist and make a comment on the first video to let them know that I'm running
Right.
it. And then I pretty much just let it go. And if
Yes.
I'm passing by the computer, I'll like, if it's 4 or 5 videos on down, I'll make another comment, you know, and say there.
Yes.
Kevin, when I played that, I didn't know which one to play. So I said, Kevin, which one do I play? You said either one, doesn't matter. So I was like, okay, I'll lucky one. I was cleaning my kitchen and I said, I'll play it. And when I heard the music, I was like, I cleaned the refrigerator. And I
Yeah.
was like, that was like the fourth time. So I was sending you comments like, I'm still cleaning. Like I started mopping. I swept the floor and I was mopping. And I was like, is this Kevin's playlist? And I
Yeah.
stopped it and I went back and I was like, let me make sure I'm on the right channel.
Yeah.
You know, and I was so surprised because I was like, Kevin listened to this type of music, but it was great to like listen to it and get a sense of, you know, the type of music that you play. And, you know, it was like, it sounded like you was DJing or you
Yes.
mixed it.
So I used to be a DJ, and I was very, very lucky because in Toronto, I'll try to keep the story short. There used to
Mhm,
not be popular dance music on FM radio, and
mhm,
I was born just at a time I was 18, 19, 20 years old, right around the time that this was about to start. So the first really big pop radio station on FM radio, I was in there on day one. and I
Mm-hmm.
was really lucky, and that led to all kinds of different things. So everything I had as like a dream come true as a DJ came true and beyond. So I
Mm-hmm.
was able to mix CDs professionally that are out in the stores. Now, they're really only in Canada. I did one in the States, but I don't expect many people to have found those. But
Mm-hmm.
they're out there, and it was an accomplishment. And I worked for a couple professional record labels, and I did
Oh,
a lot of remixes, and that's what those are. So half of what you heard were things that I did for the radio that were just for my own radio shows and things like that. And
okay.
half of them were professionally done on record labels. They're out on vinyl or CDs and stuff like that. And they were meant really for DJs to use. But
Okay.
that's where all that music really comes from. And that was the start of, I did a lot of audio production. So when it came to getting into video production, it wasn't that difficult.
So I saved that playlist, Kevin, for my personal,
Ah,
just so that you know, even if like a year or two down or something, you're like, why is Lucy playing this playlist that she's commenting? Because I'm somewhere playing it. I'm sharing it with my family. I'm like, Kevin, we're enjoying this music.
I appreciate you saying that. Half of the music in there is not very known because they're like one hit wonder
Mm-hmm.
artists, but half of
Mm-hmm.
it is big. There's Justin Timberlake, there's
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Lopez, and a few other, like the Venga Boys happens to be my biggest one. But I just put them on there, like I said, because it's work that I've already done. I don't care to not get paid. I got paid for those 20 years ago, right? But
Yes.
now those songs will sit there forever. And
Mm-hmm.
in my own opinion, I'm bending the way I think about this here, but I'm actually almost doing a little bit of a service to the artists in the way that those versions were not available on YouTube before. Now they
Mm-hmm.
are, and artists like Venga Boys, Justin Timberlake, Jennifer Lopez, they're going to get paid for the views that I get on
Mm-hmm.
those videos. I don't care because I get views and I get subscribers out of it. And like I
Yeah.
said, I got paid for those remixes a long, long time ago. But that's
Yeah.
just, like one aspect. I flooded my channel with that stuff while I was deciding what to do. So I
Yeah.
bought myself about a year by putting one of those up every week.
And that's good, and I'll segue with that. You said you did something. You started doing something until you said, I'll do something on my channel until I figure out exactly what I want to do or
Right.
when I find my niche. So, and I would even like to say that to those that may see this video whenever, if you're wanting to get into YouTube, just do it. And you don't have to start today with, I need to know if I'm gonna be a mukbanger. I don't know if I want
Yeah.
to just do videos. I don't know if I want to be a motivational singer. It's a lady that actually sits at her table. She drinks tea and she reads the Bible. And sometimes I sit there and I just watch it with her while I'm doing other things. You never know what someone is looking for on YouTube. It's so many different things that you can find on YouTube. So
Absolutely.
no matter what it is that you want to do, or you may not know what you want to do, I say just jump out there and do it. Don't allow anyone to hold you, as to, well, what's your channel about? And you say, well, I really don't know right now. Guess what? There's no right or wrong answer. It's life. We take it day by day. And just like I've done mukbangs, I've sat and talked. I've just, whenever I hit record, whatever I feel like doing, that's what Lucy's going to do.
Right. That's great
Yeah.
advice. Great
Hmm.
advice. Just for anybody thinking about it, please just start. And
Just
that's
start.
why I love telling the story about how I got into this so much, because literally I said, we're filming today, and if we don't use it, we don't use it. And if we
Right.
want to delete it, we can always delete it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're
Right.
never going to. You're going to do it. You're going to put it up. You're going to someday be happy with it. You'll be shocked when people come by and tell you how great it is, and it's
Hmm.
just going to motivate you to do more and more. But if you're watching this right now and thinking about starting, please take Lucy's advice. Please just start. Just film something as
Yeah.
soon as you can and put it up and start
And put
showing
it up.
people.
Hmm. Okay, Kevin, I will read a few comments for those that may have just come in and we'll get back into it.
Okay.
Hello, Blessed Watkins. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm not reading it from there, Kevin, because the specs won't allow me. I'm going to use my phone. Okay. Hello, Aunt Maddie. Hello, Rona Vlogs. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining. Hello, Most. How are you? Hello, Keto Girl. Hello. Thanks for joining. I know they're doing an awesome job in the chat with the thumbs up, share you out. I love it. And that helps so much as well. Hello, Bumpy. Welcome. Hello, Lovely Love 50. How are you doing this evening? Thank you all so much for joining and coming over to support. If you would, please take a moment to official, if you would drop that link or one of the mods, drop the link for Mr. Kevin Kaye. He's a content creator and we would like to show him some support. Y'all, I wear braces, and y'all know when I take off my rubber bands because I have them on all night long or all day, my tongue just gets to like doing whatever it wants to do. So to not bite it, I have to talk kind of slow and take my time with the shifting of my teeth. If you're grinding like I have, lost the channel, getting back, I'm grinding. Love you too, guys. Appreciate it. We send you well wishes, lovely, and we wish you nothing but the best. And you got this. Don't ever feel defeated. You got this. In life, things may happen, things may change, but just stay focused. You got it.
I know
It'll work
quite a
out.
few people that you've got in the chat here, and I
Mhm,
could tell like anybody. So lovely love, for instance, like anybody at all that is. We all go through like you need a day off or downtime and this and that, whatever. And I don't want to get like into negative and this and that. There are so many good people in this chat that I know of already. That if you just connect around with these people, you're going to find people who are going to motivate you, even when you don't really need it, even when you're not going to ask or looking for it or anything like that. You're going to find yourself motivated by the people in this chat, especially Lucy. And I've got another few friends here. Aunt Maddie's here, official D Spot I keep mentioning. Keto Girl's been here. I've run into her many times. Bumpy Johnson. You got a lot of people that I already have run into many times here, but a lot of them are motivating and inspirational. If you
mhm,
want inspirational, follow official D Spot.
mhm,
He is on all the time, but I don't know how this sounds. What an unbelievably likable personality. The second you hear him say even one sentence, you feel like you know him. And he is somebody who like you can just get sucked right into his video. When you two were talking live the other night, I was sucked right into it. I was so happy to even have been. I was excited. First of all, like I get excited when creators collaborate, but I was
mhm.
happy for the conversation the two of you were having. Yeah, D Spot is right on his game. So fun and likable. So
Yes, I'm just grateful to have met him because even when I met him and he reminds me of my first best friend in high school
okay.
so much. And I'll have to tell him that story over lunch one day. Or we can sit on FaceTime and that's something I would want to share with just him. But even when we just became like talking, and I am very I like to love on people. I like to support people. I'm me, but I'm very strong minded. And sometimes, people can kind of look at you like, oh, she's carefree, whatever, whatever. But with D, he read me off the bat when he met
Yeah.
me. And I was like, so he saw past a lot of things and he was like, I know this. And I was like, well, where do you live? I thought he knew me kind of personally because he was on it. Everything he said about me, oh, you're this type of person. Oh,
Wow.
and I was like, are you like someone I had known before? Like he just knew me, but he's a very, very, very supportive, loving, caring person, and I appreciate all that he does for me. I don't even have to ask him; he just does things for me. He'll send me a text or a call, and he just. I feel the love.
Nice. There's
Mhm,
so many great people in this community, and one of the things that I like the most when I first started with the YouTube, I told you I didn't watch a lot of YouTube before I even started, working on these channels. And after I did, I was watching a lot of big creators. How to do YouTube, how to do your thumbnails, how to deal with the algorithm and stuff like that. But
mhm,
it was only a few months ago that I got into what I keep referring to as the small YouTuber community. And I'm talking people with, closer to leading up to their 1,000 subscribers, maybe less than 10,000. But there's a lot of different things that these people all have to do. And now that's all I'm watching is small
mhm,
creator stuff. It's, a lot of it can be unpolished. It doesn't look like television, where that's all I've ever seen before. And
mhm,
I'm so happy to see because it's so real. and you see so many fascinating people doing unbelievable things. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
so thankful to have even gotten in to be a part of this community just for the fact of the content. I love
Mm-hmm.
watching this stuff. Like you said, you were watching my playlist. When I watch other people's stuff, I'm
Yeah.
so happy to see what everybody's doing. You're seeing things from all different parts of the world that you would have not otherwise not seen, and you're seeing it through a real perspective, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Mm-hmm. And that's so true. That's so true. And I totally get it. I really do. I'm going to take this time now, Kevin, to just say hi to a few people that are in the chat. Hello, Minimi Diamond. Welcome, my love. How are you doing? Hello, Taco. Welcome. How are you doing? Hello, the Hoops Family Network. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Miss Star, how are you doing, my love? I know today is a better day. And I knew I hadn't seen you. That's another thing about YouTube. You can get so close to people, or if you see people in your chat and you know that they're there, and then for some reason they miss one or two, and that's okay, three or whatever. But if you know they're there, even if they come in for a minute, and I realized she hadn't been there, so I said, let me. I remember she was on Instagram, and I just said, hey, what's going on, and I do that a lot with people that I may not hear from, not to be nosy or get in their business, but just to check on people. There's something that I appreciate, and I just did for her. So I want to say to Miss Star, you got my message, and I still continue to do the same thing for you and your family, my love. Sending my condolences and love your way. Hello, Life with Tori. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing this evening? The Missing Tooth Mukbanger. Good evening. How are you doing? Tempo's Jazz Waves. Welcome. How are you doing this evening? So Shark Girl, hello, how are you doing? I have the most amazing mods. I want to say thank you all for all that you're doing in the chat. I appreciate it so very much for however long that you can stay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I want to say this while we're on this interview, Kevin.
Yeah,
So it's your interview, but I'm just going to share this, and then we'll go and I have two more things to ask you, and then I want to we'll kind of like wrap it up. But if you have,
sure.
I'll give you your final words that say, and we'll move from there.
Okay.
So, how I got to the point of wanting to interview or have other people as guests on my channel. Now, I like to share in life and help people in any way that I can. So, doing something like this was, I always wanted to, but I didn't know how. And I don't like to just move quickly just because I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it, but
Hmm.
it's all over the place. I like to have some structure. So the Missing Tooth Mukbanger. Hello, Missing Tooth Mukbanger. I met him in a chat. We linked up, and in that chat, he asked me to come on his show, and I was like, "People have shows like they do it on YouTube." I didn't know, but I'm open to let's see. Okay, it's not gonna harm anyone. And I went on his show, and it was so fun. I was nervous. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But he made me feel so welcome. And everything that I did with you is what the Missing Tooth Mukbanger did with me. So I want to say to the Missing Tooth Mukbanger, and even in that interview with him, he said, Lucy, you should do interviews. Like you should go out in the world, like go out in real life and just interview people. And I was thinking, people kind of cuckoo. I don't want to go out to those people, like just random. But I do have some people that I know professionally that's definitely going to come on in the month of March. But so Missing to the Mukbanger inspired me to do just this. So I wanted to say, since I seen him on, thank him. I wanted to thank him so much. I like to appreciate people right where they are when I get a chance. Thank you so much, Missing to the Mukbanger, for inspiring me, for showing me the way. And I wanted to reach out to him yesterday, and I was like, I'm not going to bother him. I'm not going to bother him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. So I want to say thank him so much. Is there
Well, you're
anyone
doing such
else?
a great job, and this is such a great idea because interviews allow collaboration. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm sure I'm going to pick up a few new people that I'm going to be able to connect to just because you had me on here, and hopefully my returning of the promotion and the things I did. I forgot to tell you earlier today when I was doing my live, the whole thing I was designing a business card for YouTube but I
Mhm.
was using your channel as an example because then I could say, oh, by the way, I'm the reason I'm doing this because I'm going to see Lucy after. But between these collaborations and the interviews that you're talking about, you're going to be able to give so much value to the person on the screen, but they're going to be
Mhm.
able to bring that value back to you, and we're going to be able to keep the community going, I think. So it's a great idea. I'm so happy that you're doing it.
Yes, and that's what I want it to be. YouTube. If y'all hear some crying, just that's just a baby. Don't mind it. I don't know if it's picking up, but with YouTube, it can be a lot of not so positive things going on, and I like to kind of, with that, some balance. Let's just do some things to, like you said, network, pour back into each other. I did this, so let me, put her on so that I can send people back this way. And, that's how it should be. We should work together and support one another in any way that we can, not just take. And it's just
Absolutely.
like, okay, thank you. See you. And you never, it's just like, that's it. It's over with.
Yep.
So that was great advice, Kevin. And I really do appreciate that. So now, let me see before I go into the next question. One second.
I'm just going to cut in if you don't mind. I'm just going
Go
to see.
ahead.
I wonder if the Hoops Family Network is still here. I saw her come in, and you have to forgive me
Um,
because I go on and on and on about the Hoops Family Network all the time. She's
they were
she's still here. So Amanda from the Hoops Family Network. So the way that the fact that you and I are even together doing this right now, it started for me. There, a little bit people connect here and there and this and that. I wasn't in the community that we're talking about now only a few months ago. I've been working on YouTube for a couple of years, but I just got into this. And one of the driving forces for me, we've mentioned the TMC family, but right before that was the Hoops Family Network. The
they're
Hoops
still
Family
here.
Network, she is unbelievably supportive, first of all, but she is somebody who basically launched me into this whole thing. So the fact that we're even here now, when you look back and you say, well, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that person or it wasn't for this thing, but the Hoops
Hmm.
Family Network, she is somebody that promotes other people all the time. She's so giving, so generous, and she's the fact that I'm even here. So I'm thankful for that and happy to see her here with us. I know she knows most of the people in the chat anyway, but I just wanted to cut in and say that while you were reading the chat messages.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I was checking to see were they still here, and the Hoops Family Network, they're still on here, and they were speaking. So I wanted to let you know that they were here listening. They are here
Right.
listening.
I got another window open on another
Okay.
screen over here, so I'm able to look at the chat. But I just wanted to hop in and see if I caught her. I hadn't seen her say anything in a while,
Mm-hmm.
but that's okay. Yep, good.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you if there is one thing that your family, or if they say one thing that we know Kevin is going to do, love to do, and has to do, what would that thing be?
I don't know what they would say, and I only hope. I've been putting some things out there, and I'm so thankful for YouTube to even give us a voice, but especially for you asking me a question like this gets me a chance to put it out there. So
Mhm.
I hope that they would understand that my driver, like to everything that I do, literally is the idea of helping other people move forward in almost anything that they want to do. Now, I have my talents, like, so I'm a marketing guy and this and that, but with a world that is so, we're all involved in social media everywhere. You just, even if you're off it, you have to be, hearing about it. There are a lot of ways that I can help people. And I say this over and over and over again, and I'm trying to really put it out there in YouTube as well as everything else, you must be willing to give much more than you ever expect to receive. And I know you
Mhm.
talk about a little bit of negativity and stuff like that that goes on YouTube. We all see that. Hopefully, we can all avoid it. But if you are truly willing to give more than you expect to receive, and I'll show you an example of it, then you're going to get what you want anyway. It's a guarantee. And this is something I've been going on about my whole life. So, for instance, when we talked about swapping playlists, so I think almost everybody in the chat is going to know what we're talking about. But what you can do is hook up with another creator and just make an arrangement to swap playlists. You run a playlist for them, they run a playlist for you. You don't have to sit there and watch every video. What you could do is
Mhm.
run it on a phone or a tablet or something else that's sitting in the side, and comment here and there. You don't have to comment and watch every video, but it helps with everybody's watch time. Lucy and I have done this for us, for each other recently. And when asked, like, I try to be giving and generous in that I will find somebody, I'll say, like, hey, how you doing for hours? And if somebody's like, oh, I'm chasing hours, okay, I'm going to run a playlist for you. I'm not even going to ask you to run another one for me. I'm just saying I'm going to run your playlist because I
Mhm.
can. I've got a tablet that sits beside me while I work all day, and that's all I do with that thing right now is run playlists for people. Now,
Mhm.
if somebody says, okay, well, I'd like to return the favor and run your playlist as well, or sometimes, yes, we do say, like, do you want to swap playlists? Then that's why I say you can run anyone you want for me. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I'm in
Yeah.
this for the long term anyway. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me how quickly I get my hours. I'm getting them anyhow.
Mhm.
And I'm going to have
Mhm.
10 different channels running. So I'm not in a race. But
Yes.
if you can be willing to do that for people, to go on somebody's thing and run the longest playlist that you can, but expect them only to run the longest playlist that they can and be okay with it. Sometimes you're going to run 50 videos for somebody and they're only going to run 5 or 10 for you. But if you
Yeah.
can learn to be okay with that example of giving always more than you expect to receive, then I
Mhm.
think that is the biggest thing that I'd like to put out there. And I
Mhm.
hope that as my family watches what I'm doing, especially with YouTube, that they understand that that's like the message that I'm trying to get out there. I hope I've answered your question. I know I danced
Mhm.
around a lot,
You did.
but that's what I'd really like to be the driving thing that I'm putting out into the world through the cameras of YouTube.
And you're doing just what you said. You speak it, you walk it, you live it because this is what happens. You put out what you receive. You we met, we chatted back and forth.
Yes,
You did something nice just out of the blue. And then in the live, you was like, hey, where are you at? I'm gonna run your playlist. I didn't ask, I wasn't talking about the playlist or
right,
anything. And I was like, okay, thank you, and just like you said, I'm not in a rush. I'm in
right.
it for the long haul because this is something that I love to do. This is something that I enjoy doing. And when you said that, I was like, okay, cool. I appreciate that. And then in turn, it just came to me, when I was like, Kevin,
Mhm.
hey, I want to put you on Monday. You with it? He was like, yes, let's go. And in that, that was just doing good
No,
with the heart,
exactly.
leading with the heart.
So,
Mhm.
if you don't mind, let me expand on what I said. So, when I say you got to be willing to give more than you expect to receive, and I really wholeheartedly believe that. And what we're doing today is a perfect example of that. I decided
Mhm.
to run a playlist for you just because I could. We happened to be talking in a live that night, and someday we're all going to have too many people. We're not going to be able to run playlists for whoever we want.
Mhm.
We're going to be too busy all day, right? But
Mhm.
hopefully we can do some. But right now I have the ability, so I just wanted to do it. Now, all that anybody would have expected back is for you to run a playlist for me, which you did. And I see people, unfortunately, sometimes on YouTube getting upset because, they want to make sure I have a 1 hour playlist. Can anybody run a 1 hour playlist? Where you getting tied up over time. Just if you're willing to do more for people, it's fine. But because I did that for you, without asking, without like us having to get into a whole production about it, now you've put me on with you on your talk show to
Mhm.
talk to people. And this is so much more promotion for me personally than I
Mhm.
ever could have got by you running a playlist. That didn't matter. And that's an example of this manifesting itself. I
Mhm.
did out of, I just wanted to. I saw somebody who, for some reason, we just clicked in a live, which is fine. And
Yes.
I just wanted to run a playlist for you. You were who I picked at that moment to do that for. And this has
Mhm.
turned into this other thing that has done so much more for me. I never could have got, any of this stuff out of running a playlist. And that's what I want to put out there. So I
Mhm.
really appreciate what you're doing for me today, what we're doing together here.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's a great story for us both to be able to tell as we're
Mhm.
trying to inspire others to come up and
Mhm.
get the things that they want by giving to other people.
And that is so true. And even with this, just to help each other, That's what we should do. That's what we should want to do genuinely. And I was so excited about doing this yesterday. I couldn't stop saying it. I
Uh,
was telling like my kids, I was like, oh, I need to get like certain questions down. And my daughter kept saying, you don't need to do that. You're doing too much. And I sometimes can do that, and anyone I talked to yesterday, I said, I'm excited tomorrow. I have an interview with Kevin. They're like, who's Kevin? And I'm like, oh, he's on YouTube. You have to go check him out. I
some
was
guy was hanging
thinking,
out on a live talking about cooking shows.
I'm just like, and even at like, if I went to the store, or someone say, "Hey, what's going on? What you got going on today?" I was like, "I have this interview tomorrow. I'm excited. I need to get home, and I need." And they're like, "Okay." So I was really excited about this. I didn't know exactly, it came to me. I felt good about it. I just knew I just had to do it. So I know from this, it's going to get better. I want to continue to do this each and every Monday. And also, I'm going to do it on Wednesday. So Kevin said the name of this. What's the name of this?
Oh, the guy
The
on
different
Monday, you called it, right? Yeah.
my guy on Monday.
There you go.
The guy on Monday.
Yeah.
So Kevin is the first guy on Monday. I'm gonna definitely continue to do this. I'm excited about it. Just to have someone on to put them in front of the screen and share them out with others, and so that people can, support them as well. And I'll do on Wednesdays. I will do the woman on Wednesday, and I'll have someone on and talk with them. And it'll get better. This is the first one. I know that it'll get better and better and better as we go. And Kevin, if there's anything that you would like to say before we close out, I will give you the flow. And I'm gonna try to move over and put you in and put me out. So 1 second, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the fact that we're even doing this, and the fact that you're giving me like a little platform to say anything here. I've actually really said like what I keep going on about as much as I can because I really want to put it out there for anybody else that's thinking about coming up. We like as far as YouTube, and I don't mean to put it like that. I just mean, we're all in the same thing, and we remember what it was like just a few months ago to have 0 subscribers or 100 subscribers, or this and that. You're gonna get everything that you want anyway. That's 100% guaranteed if you just never stop. You really don't have to do anything for anybody. But if you want to get there faster, the number one piece of advice, it's the golden rule of everything in life. If you're willing to give, it's more than do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you're willing to give more than you ever expect to receive, you're still going to get what you wanted anyway. It's
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed, and especially with YouTube. YouTube is magical. Everything you do
Mm-hmm.
yesterday helps the work you're going to do tomorrow, and everything you do tomorrow is going to help what you did yesterday. I've never seen anything like this, and that's why I'm so excited about it.
Mm-hmm. And I am so happy that it's happening. I'm excited to continue to do it. I feel good about it. I'm glad that you were here and you was like, yes. Kevin, when I see you, I see kind of like um reserved, backed up. I'm in the background. I'm just gonna say hi. If I can help y'all, with your site or anything, but hi, and you're gonna keep it moving. You're that guy at the job. That's what I see. But then I realized, oh, now that we're on a team together, or we're doing a presentation together, I'm like, oh, Kevin's my guy. Oh, me and Kevin's going to get lunch. Hey, Kevin, you want something back from the store? Like, what's up, Kev?
It feels like that. And as this community is growing, like we've both mentioned the TMC family a couple of times, and this is what starts to happen with people. Q has done so much for me. I can't even begin to describe. I mentioned the Hoops Family Network as well, but I hadn't seen him like online for a couple of days. And believe me, I started sending him messages. Hey, bro, what's going on? Where are you at? This, that. And it's a real connection that people are building together here. And I'm so thankful because now I'll indulge and say one more thing that I really enjoy talking about. The internet has its good and bad, and we can have those debates all day and night. But what the internet allows people to happen is for like-minded people to find each other. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so great. This is why when Official D Spot talks about all the great people who've been around, I was just showing my girlfriend the clip from the other night where I was sitting on your live, and D Spot came in, and he always speaks highly of everybody. But when he talks about like how he got in not too long ago and was surrounded by good people, and you can tell right away they're good people. That's what the internet allows. And what it helps with, it's going to filter out those who are not aligned with our same mental and emotional goals.
Mm-hmm. And that's so that and that's so true, because even with anything that you do in life, you want to be connected with people that can understand what you're doing. You know, if I'm doing YouTube, I'm making a YouTube, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, and then there's a mechanic and I'm like, hey, let's talk about YouTube, he's gonna be like, what's going on? I can say, hey, I would like to record you, fixing a radiator or whatever,
Yeah,
and that can in turn bring you some customers. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Then again, it's how you
absolutely.
present things, how you look at things, and what's your view, what's your perspective. There may be a topic this week. What's your perspective?
Hmm.
But it's just what you expect. And you said a lot of different things that are so great about how we should live and be as people. Expect more, expect to give more than you receive, and things will just happen for you, because I believe that if you do something, and especially YouTube, these people can read you and
Hmm.
see straight through you, and
Absolutely.
you'll think like they have no clue. They do.
There you go.
They
Yep.
really do. So be your authentic self, enjoy what you're doing, meet some great people, network, and have fun. Have fun and know that whatever your goals are, whatever you are expecting out of it, it'll come. But have fun. Just
Yep.
have fun. And it's
Absolutely.
something I said that I just won't do is, if I get on the screen, is say, subscribe to me, subscribe to me,
Yeah.
subscribe to me, subscribe to me, subscribe to me,
Yeah.
playlist, 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 subscribe to me. You know what? My people, they're going to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing that? We don't
if
want to see
you're
that.
if you're here for the long term, none of this is going to matter anyway. The
Mhm,
hustling over the next few subscribers. That's why, like, people had said, you said to me the other day in a message on, we were messaging each other on Instagram, and you said, I thought you were already past your 1,000 subscribers. Well, I like the fact that I kind of put on the persona that makes it look that way, and I'm a professional channel manager. I have millions of views on other channels, but
mhm,
that's because there's work. Now, I'm lucky enough to even be able to do that work. But for anybody who's going to be here for a long period of time, you're not going to have to worry. And these days are soon going to be behind you anyway. The days of
mhm.
racing for playlists and for hours and for everything else, it's not going to matter. When you have 10,000 subscribers, you're not going to care about the struggles you went through. There'll be new struggles, but you won't
Yeah,
care about the struggles you're going through today. All you have to do is just keep producing content. If you just stay, you're guaranteed to win.
that's good. That's good, Kevin. That was really good. And thank you so much for that. That was good, and very inspirational for people to realize, if you're here for the long haul, there's no race. It'll
Okay.
come.
Yeah.
It'll happen. Mhm. So Kevin, I was trying to put you on by yourself.
Oh yes, I wonder about it, but that's okay.
Okay. So, well, that was pretty much it. I just wanted everyone to get to know you and see you. I'll read a few of the comments. One thing about this stream, yours, is I can't go back up, but I'll just sort from the ones that I can see.
If I forgive me, if I drop, oh, TMC just walked in too. Q, it's nice to see you. We were just saying pleasant things about you. If I drop a link, is it going to go or no? I don't. I can't tell. I've tried dropping it a couple of times, but I
You're
can't.
dropping it in the chat.
Yeah, in the chat, I put the link to my own channel, but I wanted to mention something specific about it.
Wait,
If it happened
Kevin.
to go through, if it didn't go through, that's okay.
Kevin, make a comment in the chat.
Yep. Okay. So,
Just make a comment.
oh, I'll just say something.
Just say something.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'll wait for it.
Yeah, it should
Okay.
come through in a second.
Oh shoot.
I get so
There.
happy when I see TMC and the Hoops Family Network at the same time. These are two, like I said, who the only reason I'm even around in this community at all is because the two of them. And I when we all get too busy, I hope I don't lose the chance to mention that, every time that I see them. But have they ever? We're working on some other things too, as a matter of fact, as well.
I
So I
heard
hope
those things.
yeah, I hope you'll subscribe to them. I hope you'll subscribe to myself, of course. I hope you'll stay subscribed to Lucy, because she'll be like right there with us as it starts to come up. But we're going to try to do some serious things to make sure that it's easier for everybody who comes in after us than it was
Mhm,
for us. And I say
mhm,
us, but I mean, some of you have been here a lot longer than me. So I want it to be easier for the newcomers than it was for
mhm.
all of you. And that's what
And
we're
that
going to try to build.
when I heard you guys talking about that, you all, I'm trying not to say you guys so much, but when I heard you all speaking about that, I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, if I had Dining with Zion and what you were speaking about that you and the TMC family is working on,
Mhm.
oh, cruising down the street in my 6'4", I would have been cruising in YouTube like, "Hey, everyone." It would have been, well, it would have been a lot easier, and then, being able to learn. But at the same time, for those that are coming in, and when we see new people come in and they say, "Hey, I'm new to YouTube, I'm starting a channel," we'll have a place to send them for some support, some help, and some guidance to
Right.
make it just a little bit easier than it was for us. So I'm excited about it, Kevin. I won't say anything
Oh, it's
about it. I
okay.
won't.
Yeah, you can mention it. It's just it's called Tuber Chat. It's the first channel on my featured list there. So I hope you don't mind me mentioning it, but yeah, that's what it is. It's we're working on it now. Maybe I'll get it up in a couple of weeks or whatever. I just want to make sure that we're really ready to help people when we get it going. So
That's right. All right, let me read a few comments. Let me do it on my phone because again, it's only a few. TMC is showing love. Jazz is showing love. The Keto Girl said, TMC, I've been doing great. Thanks for asking. How are you? Official D says, still here, working, but listening. The Keto Girl says, I'm great and you're welcome. Just hanging out, man. Hello, Lucy. Hello. How are you doing? Thank you for joining Chef Disaster. He was on there,
that's
Kevin.
what he was that night. Yes. That's
Yes.
how it was going, yes, and we were all talking about Food Network and all the different stars on there, and it was so funny because you guys were. I learned more about Food Network in that half hour than I could have by watching the network for hours and hours.
It's something. No, sometimes I try to find a topic, and sometimes I say I don't have a topic, but let's just discuss something. And when that came to my mind, I guess, and then I was just going and excited because I love the Food Network
There you go.
so much. And I think you said, Kevin, every show deserves an after show. And I
There
was
you
like,
go.
I wonder if I can do some things with food. Like even the old videos, the old shows, I would love to like talk about those, or
That'd
even
be
the
good.
upcoming ones
So I
because
don't
I love.
know. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the time for this, so I probably shouldn't shoot my mouth off too much. But I do subscribe. I do mention to people all the time that an idea is you have The Walking Dead and The Talking Dead, and
Mhm,
people watch the whole thing. So any TV show or anything, even on YouTube, that you see that you really like, there's no reason why you can't do an after show. So, for instance, I don't watch a lot of television. Kristen and I have we watch a few things together. It's very meaningful to us. We watch a
mhm,
show called Billions, and this particular show, it's coming back out probably in April. I forget every year, and I wait all year. They only do 10 episodes. Drives me nuts. But the
mhm,
idea is maybe afterwards you watch it live. You let people hang out with you while you're watching it live, and then after talk for an hour about it. That's
yeah,
all it takes to make a video anyway. You can watch a TV show, you can put something on a table, talk about it for 10 minutes. That's a video. But every show deserves an after show, in my opinion, and anybody can do it. You don't need a million people like The Talking Dead has. You can do fine with a few hundred, a couple of thousand. You'd be doing so well if you did that. So that's just one tiny idea, but I know we were talking about it. I like to try to like push people who are thinking about what they may be able to do on YouTube
mhm,
and say, look, here's a million ideas. They're all out there. They're all free. Do anything you want. Let's make it as easy on you as we can so that you can
mhm.
get moving.
And I'm when you said that to me, it had my wheels going. And I was like,
Mhm.
yes, Kevin. I was like, yes, Kevin. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna definitely do that. So I appreciate you for even giving me that advice. I took it and I was like, Yep, right. He's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me read a few more comments and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. The Hoops Family Network said at the TMC family, we should all three go live at once for tuber chats.
Absolutely, yes.
The Missing Tooth Mukbanger says, still here, sis, stuck at the desk listening. Thank you so much for writing it out with me, too. And I appreciate it. To each and every one of you that are on here, may have taken your time away on your lunch or went on your break early or whatever the case may be, for just stopping in and supporting Kevin on today. Please, if you would, I will drop that link again for you guys to go and check out his channel, get to know him, and network in any way that you see that's fit, that y'all can work together and let's grow. Let's enjoy this YouTube and have some fun and grow in a positive way. Right, Kev?
Yes, thank you very much. I hope
I'm
some
saying
people will
right,
get some
Kev.
value out of my. I hope some people will get some value out of my channel and hopefully feel inspired to do just about anything. You'll see there's so many different ideas out there, and I'm more than willing to help anybody that I can in any way that I can. I'm the easiest person to find on the internet, so you can hit me up any way you want with any questions or feedback. And I love constructive criticism. I'd like to be better like everybody else.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And I appreciate each of you for coming in. Jay Dunn says, I know a YouTuber who does a weekly panel with others and then he reviews the panel on his own channel. I agree with that,
That's a
Kevin.
great idea.
Keto, I'm going back to work. Thank you so much, Keto. We're so appreciative of you. You have a great day at work. We also appreciate you, the TMC family. Q, so kind. Jazz, love you, Jazz. It's really good. True. Okay, they having a personal conversation. Most, thank you so much for dropping that link. I appreciate it so much. Everyone, make sure you go and check out our guest host, Mr. Kevin, Kevin
Thank you so
K.
much.
Mm-hmm. Mini Me. Hi, Mini Me. My keto boo. Have a safe and great day at work. Thank you, boo. Keto, have a great day. Everyone's saying hi to keto. Tori's talking to Mini Me. Keto girl, have a great day. Okay. All right. Well, Kevin, you can go ahead and say your final words and we'll wrap this thing up. Thank you everyone for tuning in, for watching. This is the first time. I appreciate Kevin K for joining me on today. Thank you for having allowed me to have you as a guest on today. You are doing an amazing job getting to know you and just us linking up just as quick as we are. I know that it was supposed to happen the way
Absolutely.
that it has happened. And I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to work with you and anything that's coming up moving forward. Um, any way I can help you or you see fit for me to help you in any way or support you in any way, please feel free to reach out to me, send me a message. I'll get it, I'll respond, and just let me know. And I want to thank you so much, so very much for joining me on today. And you can go ahead, excuse me, you can go ahead and have the flow and have your final words, Mr. Kevin.
Thank you very much. And thank you, everyone, for those of you who are going to go and check out the channel and this and that. I really appreciate it. I love seeing so many people connecting. And I hope that you manage to get some value out of.
Ah, no. Oh,
That's okay.
Kevin, I'm
Nope, we only disappeared for 1 second, so that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So
Okay.
hopefully everybody got some value out of the video. For those of you who haven't already, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Share the video out anywhere that you can. I'm big on trying to share on Reddit. There's a great group there. You can follow small YouTubers, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all those different things really help out Lucy with watch hours and, of course, with views and getting some exposure to the things that she's doing now so that as she continues these interviews, we can get more and more of a community going around her. So thank you all very much again. I really appreciate everybody coming in with us, and I appreciate even being here.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and end it at this moment. Kevin, we're sending you positivity. We're sending you everything that you need to continue to grow in all of your endeavors. Thank you, Kristen, for sharing him with us for the time that you have on today. Continue to be a team because teamwork makes the dream work and supporting one another. Everyone have a great day. I've enjoyed. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks
Sincerely,
again.
A Lucy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kevin, for being on today. Thank you, TMC family. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Most. Thank you, everyone. Aunt Maddie, if I did not see a comment, please, I do apologize. I didn't intentionally overlook anyone. Thank y'all. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you continue to support Kevin and myself and each and everyone in the chat. Make sure that you, if you see a hand that you don't know, grab their hand so that you can grow. If they have content that you're interested in, that you would like to enjoy, please subscribe, watch the video, comment, and engage. Work together. At this time, I'll go ahead and end it. Everyone, enjoy your day. I love you. I care about you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sincerely, A Lucy.